Hello, my name is Coben Flannery. I'm the Director of eBusiness here at the Granite Group. I'm here virtually at our Nashua showroom to talk to you today about order history in our online store. If you have if you have activated your Granite Group account for online access, you'll have a user who has online access to your account so you can see price, availability, and order history. Please see our other video about product price and availability. And today we're going to talk about order history. So I'm already signed in as our sample customer. You need to be signed in order to see order history. And I'm going to go down here to the My Account and Order History. So here I'm seeing the order history for the sample customer. This order history is real time, so we don't take order history and batch orders up to our online store. Our online store actually reaches back into our back-end system to get order history. So this isn't just online orders, this is all your orders at the Granite Group that are in our system. You can see that it's listing my orders. I can click into any one of these orders to see the order detail. So here's an order that was a quote that was created on 2/11. And for this furnace. So here's the order detail of that. You can see what the total order amount was, the total invoiced amount. This was a quote, so obviously nothing was shipped, so it's saying quantity shipped is 0. Here's that item. I can click on this link to go to the product catalog to view this. I could add this item to a list, which is another video that you can watch. And I can add this item to cart and check out, which again is another video you can watch. So you can see when this order was created, that it's a quote, the status is quoted. If this was an actual order, it would say if it was shipped or invoiced or paid. Here's your PO name, and here's the shipping address. I can email this order to myself or to somebody else. I can print it, and here, because this quote is 30 days or less, I can do purchase quoted. Had this been an order or a quote that's more than 30 days or less, this button would say add to cart, and it would take these items and add them to the cart so you can reorder them. Purchase quoted will skip the cart and just submit this quote to be flipped to an order. I can also search orders. So in these search results, you'll see that I'm seeing 8 per page. I can actually increase the amount of orders I see in the results to 32 is the max. And I can also search orders. So up here, you'll notice that the date range defaults to 90 days from the current date. I can change that date to whatever date range I want. I can also search for specific PO numbers. So if I have a lot of quotes in here for tests, so you'll notice down here that we have a lot of quotes that start with tests, because this is, again, our sample customer. This PO field is a starts with type of search. So if you, for instance, we're doing a job on Main Street, and you're writing bunches of orders for Main Street, and your POs all started with Main Street, you could type in Main Street here. An example of that, you saw that a lot of these orders quotes begin with test. I can type in the word test and do a search, and it's going to just find all the orders with a PO number that begins with whatever I put in that search term, which was test. So I found 6 orders with that. I can get rid of that. I can also search by the ship to addresses that I use. I can search by status. So if I want to see invoiced, I can search by invoice. I can search by paid. I can search by picked. Things don't typically stay in picked very long because they're going to get shipped by the end of the day. I can search by a product number if I know the exact product number. So if I know, like, a 1/2 inch copper elbow is 12390, I could search on that, and I'm going to find any orders that have a 1/2 inch copper 90 on them. That field for search by product number is not like the search field up here for finding products. It doesn't do any type of auto suggest to help you locate the product currently. It's looking for an exact match, because that's how it's it's actually searching orders, not the catalog. I can get rid of that. I can search by transaction type. So I'm looking for a stock order, a counter sale, a quote, a future order, any one of those. I can also search by order number. So again, this is a begins with field. So this, if I'm searching for 133 something or other, I could search for that, and I'm going to find any orders that start with 133. So if you know a certain order range that you're looking for, all the order numbers are sequential. So generally, orders for specific time frame are going to start. So if you have one invoice that has 133 on it, you know you had another invoice. The next day probably starts with 133 as well. And now you can search in and find any orders that begin with 133. You can search by order total. So I can say in here, I want to see all orders greater than 4,000. So I think I see a couple down here. Hit search. So now if I'm looking for through a lot of invoices or orders, and I know I did a big job, I want to find that job, and I know it was more than $4,000, I could put that in here. Now again, narrow that search down to help me find what exactly I'm looking for. And again, the date range. So if I'm looking for just orders in February of 2021, I can put my date range in and do search, and now I'm only going to find those orders within that date range. And all these parameters work together. So if I have this date range, $4,000, you'll see that it's using the $4,000, $4,000 greater than. It's looking for anything with 133 in front of it. So if I get rid of that and I get rid of this, we had 5 results, and now I'm searching within February. I probably have more than 5 results potentially. So now there's 8 orders. So again, that's always available here on our search orders to narrow down your list to find what you're looking for order history. Hope that was informative to you. If you have a Granite Group account and you don't have access to it online, please visit the www.thegranitgroup.com for pros and My Granite Access section for the online services to complete the request for online access. That's also available from the sign-in page. So if I sign out here and go back to the sign-in, you'll see a link. This is where you would sign in. So I can sign in. This is where, if you forgot your password, you can have a password sent to you, and you can activate your account for online access by completing this form. Just tell us who you are, your company name, your Granite Group location, so they can help us identify you, your customer number if you know it. That really helps a lot. Name, email, last name, and the email of the person who you want to make an administrator. We set the first person up as the administrator who has full access to the account and can also set up additional users as well as other administrators. So if you don't have access to your account online, use this form to get yourself some access so you can search order history, check price availability, and all that other great stuff. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching.